Hello, friends! Did you know that it isn't easy to pilot a boat? Not to mention a large ship. Accidents at sea happen all the time, causing millions of dollars worth of damage. However, it is extremely rare for someone to get to witness such an event. Most people who choose a vacation on a cruise ship are worried about getting seasick, but that definitely isn't the worst thing that could happen. Getting into a strong storm and having to fight the elements is much harder than fighting seasickness. Keeping control of the ship under conditions of a violent wind and huge waves requires special skills. In today's video, you'll get to see a selection of spectacular moments featuring this type of transportation. A cruise ship had many passengers on board when it hit the rocks off the coast of Thailand. And although the ship got a hole in the bow of its hull, it still managed to get to the nearest port on its own. Huge waves were beating against the ship's hull during a severe storm in the North Sea, trying to turn the ship sideways. One can only hope that it managed to continue safely on its course. It isn't all that rare for a ferry to crash into a pier. It happens all over the world from time to time. Sometimes it leads to passenger injuries, destruction, and even fires. A powerful storm in the North Sea caused the ship to lose its course and give a distress signal. The crew members got lifted onto the helicopter right from the deck, while the ship continued to drift. To build a ship, one needs a large, special construction site with cranes, access roads, warehouses, electricity supply, and other things. Most importantly, there should be a mechanism for launching the completed ship onto the water. It's not every day that one can see a ship getting launched. Imagine being on a roller coaster for hours, only with additional special effects in the form of splashing waves. This is how the passengers spent their time on this ferry. In such conditions, the amplitude of the ship's swaying can reach up to 10 meters. That's when the real chaos begins. A large school of fish completely surrounded the boat. The pond seemed to literally seethe with them. A truly mesmerizing view. The words of Winston Churchill immediately come to mind. Why is it the ship beats the waves when there are so many and the ship is one? The reason is that the ship has a purpose and the waves have none. This 306-meter dry cargo ship carries cargo on the Great Lakes region of North America. Given the special navigation conditions, the shipbuilder made it rather maneuverable, despite its impressive size. Even the bravest passengers are terrified at the sight of a thunderstorm around the ship. This young man mastered the cool techniques and tricks of driving the motorboat, although he still won't be able to keep it up for a long time. This is how the brave sailors fight the storm in the Indian Ocean. What makes this vessel called Flip so unique is its ability to take a vertical position in just 28 minutes. This ship made it possible to carry out important scientific research to study the circulation of water, the formation of storms, and seismic waves. It doesn't look like a multi-ton vessel, but more like a new release by one of those companies that make foldable smartphones. When the ship tilts too much, all one can do is pin all their hopes on the professional skills of the crew and pray. As this ferry went aground, it also destroyed the smaller ship that was moored there. All the passengers of the liner started panicking when the storm rocked it with such force. People could barely stand on their feet, holding onto furniture, and there was also a chance to get injured by all of the objects that were flying around. Two cruise ships collided in the port of the Mexican city of Cozumel. The first ship was making a maneuver, preparing to moor with its stern, and it hit the second one. Although there was some damage done, the seaworthiness of the ships wasn't affected by the incident. Wind and waves caused the ship to drift, roll, and change speed. Obviously, it is very difficult and dangerous to pilot it at such a time, but there is something especially mesmerizing about it, even when watching it on video. Although this tanker is technically capable of dealing with such conditions, it did get caught in extremely difficult weather in the South China Sea. Piloting the boat will be easier if you practice your skills on water as much as possible. I wouldn't want to be on this fishing boat when it seemed that the cargo ship would destroy it. Sailors have to work on their skills for a long time to be ready for extreme situations on the water. For example, these shots show them practicing evacuation from the ship in case of a crash. Apparently, the lovers of driving fast decided to trade the dusty roads for the rivers. This is how storm waves hit the bow of the ship in the sea. Boats, like any transport that interacts with the environment, are exposed to a wide variety of influences, such as corrosion, scratches, and plaque, but sometimes the damage is caused by something very different, as happened in this case. We can be sure that this is one highly skilled and experienced captain. This yacht was clearly out of luck. I wonder if it could end up as anything but a pile of metal. Did you know that there is a specific method for sinking ships which has been used since ancient times? Even now, old ships sometimes get sunk deliberately so that they can become a habitat for fish and serve as havens for reefs. Friends, that's all for today. Like the video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.